All right, hey everybody, how you doing? This is Brad Travers here with you with another update on the niche affiliate site kind of case study that we're doing. This is actually take two. I actually just recorded a video and meant to get this earlier out to the week, but the recording I did early in the week talked for 20 minutes and it didn't record any audio. So, all right, I've tested it this time, and I'm actually going to be much faster because I wasted a lot of time in that last video. So, all right, so basically what we're doing, if you're not sure what we're doing here, is basically we're just following along with a niche, basically a niche authority affiliate type website that I'm building out. That essentially you can model the same steps. I'm just laying out all the different details of my process. In the last video, the first video, which is the overview, which is here on the blog as well, is basically laid out the entire strategy from start to finish and what that basically the roadmap that I'm following. And so go back and watch that episode or watch that video, and you can kind of check out what the overall plan is. So this will kind of make sense for you. But basically, where we're at is building the platform stage, which we talked about. It's going to be a niche website. And my content, basically, how am I going to be getting content out to an audience or into the market is basically the blog. So I'm basically just building a website with a blog, right? And so here's what we've done so far. It says March 10th. I'm not sure what day it is. This is a few days after that. I think it's the 14th or 13th. But basically where we're at here is I have three categories targeted on basically that I'm going to be focusing on, three topics. Just think of them as topics. And I'm in the health niche, so my categories that I picked are health, nutrition, and lifestyle. So health will be anything that's just kind of diabetes stuff might fall into there. Just talking about different health issues. Nutrition will involve anything with diet, so like paleo diet or the lemonade diet or whatever the hell. Anytime I talk about a diet or any kind of foods or whatnot, superfoods or crazy stuff like that is going to go into the nutrition bucket. And then the lifestyle will involve any kind of fitness things or just general, active, well-being type things. And the reason why you want to kind of categorize things is to kind of keep your content focused. So I know I have some specific keywords that I'm kind of really not necessarily targeting, but I'm going to be building a lot of content around. But I also just want to kind of have provide an overall health resource for folks. So there are certain topics, and again, like maybe paleo. Like paleo is what I'm going to be targeting. It's better just to categorize that kind of stuff. Now I could have had a paleo category. I could have had a whatever. Your categories can be different things, but it just helps keep your content organized. So every time I do a post, it's going to fall into one of those three categories. So there's no limit. You can have 3 categories, you can have 5 categories, you have 10 categories. I'm just focusing on 3 because they're going to be kind of wide overarching categories, and then within them there will be different topics. So far I've done 4 blog posts. We're just a couple weeks into it of the actual blog being up. So I've gotten 4 blog posts done so far, and the goal is to have 4 blog posts every single week. Now, here's the layout and how that works. So there's a couple tools that I'm going to be talking about in this episode here, and they'll be below. The links to each of the resources will be below the video here in the post. So I'm just going to quickly talk about them. So the way I find content, that's kind of what this is all focused on. The way I find content is a couple different ways. So first, we'll go to SEMRush first. SEMRush is a tool that basically it's like a keyword research type tool, competitor analysis type tool. It's like a Swiss Army knife of SEO tools kind of things. but you can use it. There's paid and a free version. The only difference is the free version only limits the amount of searches you can do per day. So you can maximize that by kind of knowing what you're going in with the plan and actually get some good use out of it. So basically all you're going to do, so say paleo, we'll just stick with that since more people know that and it's going to be easy to show examples. So all I'm going to do up in the little keyword thing is just put the word paleo. I'm going to hit search. Now SEMRush is going to pull back all kinds of data on paleo. But the thing that I'm interested in is down here where it says phrase match keywords, right? So it found like 6,000 related keywords to paleo. So I'm going to go down here and hit full report. And so what has happened down here, you can see, I'm trying to move my screen around so you can see this more, is basically, you know, and there's a lot of other stats that you can't see out here, but basically the more important ones are, let's see here, are the, you know, the keyword itself over there, the amount of monthly searches. It has this keyword difficulty score, which is SEMrush specific. So basically the higher it is, it says the harder it is to rank. And then there's CPCs, which you can't see. I'm on a wide screen here, so it's hard to fit it all in. But the more important stuff here is over here. So I have all the keywords. Now, all I'm going to do up there in this little filter, and the way I help find content, whether it's for this or, you know, clients or whatever it is I'm just going to type a question modifier in here. So what's a question modifier? Like your who, what, when, why, do, how, whatever. So I'm just going to start with what. And then go ahead and hit search. Now what it's going to do is it already has all this big list of paleo terms, and now it's going to filter and find terms in that list that, let me see if I can get this up here. All right, yeah, that have the word what in it. So what is the paleo diet? What is paleo? What can you eat on the paleo diet? You know, what is paleo cooking? So basically what this is doing is showing me searches that people are typing in. So my goal on this affiliate site on this website is to simply produce content that people are interested in reading, and then also to rank for various terms that people are searching for. So here I can kill two birds with one stone. Is I can go ahead and get a blog post made called "What Can You Eat on a Paleo Diet?" right? Or 10 simple things, or 10 easy recipes, or 10 easy things you can eat on a paleo diet, whatever. Some kind of question, and it's going to answer this question right here, because people are already searching for this. So I know I'm already going to answer that. And here it gets 107. You can't see it, I think, because I'm blocking it here with my big head here. Here it is. 170 searches a month that I can capture potentially. This is just obviously estimates, but the bottom line is there's a lot of people searching for it. So I can address that question. So if I'm trying to rank for terms in the paleo niche, I'm probably going to have 10 blog posts that answer questions. So, and that's just the what, right? So I can do how and search, and it's going to pull up some results. And again, you can do this for any business, anything you're doing. If you need to produce content, you can use a tool like this and actually address your customers' questions, right? So, how to start the paleo diet, how to lose weight on paleo, how to eat paleo on a budget. Perfect. There's a blog post right there. So bottom line is, this is all I'm doing to get content ideas, right? So I'm just pulling this topic, like, how to make paleo mayonnaise, for example. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to have a blog post made. My blog post, I'm shooting for 750 to 1,500 words each. And I'll show you how I get those in just a second. The other tool I want to show you real quick is Longtail Pro. So Longtail Pro is, it's a paid kind of software or whatever. I'm not sure what levels there are. I got like the highest level. I pay like 17 bucks a month for it or something after you pay like the initial monthly cost or upfront cost. But basically you just put in a keyword. So I put in paleo, and I can do the same thing. For one, I can get a bunch of different keyword ideas, but I can do the same thing with the filters, and I can type in how to eat paleo, how to start the paleo diet. I can do. Does the paleo diet work? What does the paleo diet consist of? I can do the what again and just find tons of things. So it's kind of the same thing. So if you already have Longtail Pro, I know a lot of people will have that. Go ahead and use that. It does the searches, and then of course you have the keyword competitiveness that you can look at too. But I'm less worried about keyword competitiveness because I know that my blog is going to be very relevant, because I'm not just going to stop at this one post. I'm going to have, again, my blog will ultimately end up probably with like 20 plus paleo posts on it over the course of time. So I'm not too concerned. I'll just do some strategic interlinking of those posts and within my blog to help drive up the rankings for that. And then also when I share these posts across social media, then I know they're going to have some traction, because again, these are what people are searching for. So forget the rankings for a second. This is just stuff that people want to read anyway. So if I put it in front of them in social media, even if I'm building up a fan base on Facebook and Instagram, and I got Pinterest and Twitter, all this stuff, all these things working together. And do you think if I get this out there, and if someone is interested in paleo, they would maybe click on it and read it? So I'm already going to get traffic without having to wait for these keywords to rank. So I hope that makes sense, right? So let's go back here and talk more about what's going on here. So basically, once I had the content kind of picked out, what topics, all I'm doing is I'm going to Upwork for content. And Upwork used to be called Odesk. It's like basically Odesk and Elance merged together, and they're called Upwork. That's basically what it is. So all I did was come over here and I posted, hey, I need a native English writer for a health blog. I just put some sample topics like diet, nutrition, working out, fitness, blah blah blah. And look at this, I have 20 applicants, and basically I just picked 2. And that's the cool thing. I'm gonna get a bunch of applicants. Now you can do this. You can go to Fiverr too. You can go to Fiverr and spend $5. You can go to iWriter. I'm a big fan of iWriter. Also to get content, because you can get it very quick. But here, my plan is to make this a long-term like business in a way that makes money. So I'd rather start off and try to maybe test out people that I would potentially hire on full time to be writers for the blog, right? So that's why I'm going to Upwork. And Fiverr, that's typically not the case. Typically, it's just going to be a guy, and he's just or a writer, and they're serving just a ton of people at $5 a pop, $10 for bigger articles, whatever it is. Here, I'm actually working with a person that I can just literally just like shoot a quick email and say, hey, I need this, this, and this. And hey, let's increase the hours that I can actually work with them versus having to pay for Fiverr gigs like every second. So, but you can do, when you're just starting off, use Fiverr, use iWriter, whatever's cheapest, whatever works in your budget, write the articles yourself. But basically, I went out to Upwork, submitted a job. I got 2 writing for me right now per week. And basically, I'm just doing this to test them out. I'm doing 2 posts a week each. And I just send them the topics and they produce the content. And, I just tell them, hey, I just need it between 750 and 100 or 1500 words. And, just, here's the topic and the key and kind of the title of the post, and just make it happen. And it's that quick. I do that on Monday. And then by the end of the week, they both sent me their 2 posts. And the why I like this also is I've been able to test out writers. I've already kind of fired one in a way because her articles kind of suck. So I just didn't hire her back, and now I just pull from the other 18 or 19 people here and brought on another one that she's now and the other one of the first 2, she did really well, so she's continuing to write for me. So I'm just, until I find the 2 that I really like the quality of articles, I'll just keep testing them out, and then once I do, I'll just keep going, and then as traffic grows, as income grows, I'll do more and more articles, and I may come back and hire more people. So that's kind of the thought process there. But Upwork is real super easy to basically, you just post a job. Here's Upwork here, formerly Odesk, just upwork.com. All right, so cool. So let's get back here and finish this out. All right, last thing here is I just want to talk about is that I've done is social media accounts. I already had a Facebook account because I was already kind of building my list and getting opt-ins using Facebook advertising prior to even setting up the blog. Right now I got about 200 subscribers on the list after just a couple weeks. So I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on that at this point. So I just kind of have some Facebook ads running in the background that's just continuously building up this list. And then when I email them, I can email them about new blog posts and get kind of instant traffic to the blog. So that's kind of the cool thing about having the list in place right away. And also, again, I have them taking a survey and answering what's their biggest challenge. So I'm finding out blog content ideas there as well. But ultimately, I have a kind of a four setup here. I got Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. A couple notes. For Instagram, I'm using Instamate. That's a product that just released, and it's pretty damn cool. So I want to point that out to you, how easy it is. It's called instamate.com. The link is below this video, but basically I can come here and I can just type in, let's see, paleo. I don't know where the search bar is. Where the hell's the search bar? Well, anyway, I'll just do a search here for paleo, and it's going to pull up like accounts, and it's also going to pull up top accounts, and also going to pull up top tags. And to the right here, you can't see it. It shows actually the number of, let me see if I can get in. Actually, I can't. It says there's 6 million people that are using this tag. or 6 million images or whatever. So I can just hit kind of that tag, and it's going to pull up all the top, content being shared, and tells me stuff that's being shared. And it's so cool for Instagram. I literally just hit this button and hit this thing post, and it pulls it up, and I can manipulate the text here. I can change the text. I can add my own hashtags, which Instamate has a big list of popular trending hashtags. I can just copy and paste those right in, hit post, and it goes right to my Instagram account. You connect your Instagram account, and then boom, it's so easy. You can do it right from the desktop. That's what's so awesome. I ain't got to do anything on my phone, right? So it's really cool. And like here, it shows all the tags that they used in this one. So it's really cool. And I'm not even scratching the surface of what this Instamate does. But if you do any kind of Instagram, which I recommend you do, even for your affiliate stuff, hook up an account and post your stuff on there, because Instagram is highly responsive, and it's literally easy instant traffic. I haven't seen this before, or seen this in a while with the social platform. So it's pretty cool. And Instamate just makes it so super simple. So I'm highly going to recommend it. And yeah, you bet I'm an affiliate for that as well. So that's my link down below. Check it out. Anyway, something to take a look at. The other thing I wanted to point out is I have all these connected. I'm not going into every one of these individually. I have all these connected with if this then that. If you've never seen that, it's called IFTTT, and it's literally IFTTT.com. If this then that. And basically what happens is you can link up a bunch of different things. Like, the sky's the limit, but I'm using it for social media kind of broadcasting. So basically I set it up. I have, again, my Pinterest and Instagram. So what I did is I set up for my 3 categories. I set up a board for each of them on Pinterest. And then anytime I do a post on Instagram, which I'm using Instamate for, I just find an image real quick, post it up, load up my hashtags. Anytime I use, say, the health hashtag, it goes to the health board. If I use the nutrition health, hashtag, it goes to the nutrition board, and so on, lifestyle board. So it's real simple. So if I just upload an image on Instagram, it automatically will then post it to Pinterest in the correct board, right? So also what I have going on is I have my Facebook page, and I have my Twitter. So basically anytime I post on Instagram, it also goes to my Facebook page. And then anytime my Facebook page gets an update, it sends it to Twitter. And then also anytime I share a pic on Instagram, it also goes to Twitter. So what's going on here? And it just happens automatically. So all I'm literally doing is posting on Instagram, and if this then that connects all these accounts. And when I post to Instagram, it goes to Pinterest, it goes to Twitter, and it goes to Facebook. And then Facebook, if this then that, is also pulling any kind of additional updates I do on Facebook and pulls them to Twitter as well. So it's super automated and super easy, and this is all free, right? There's nothing to pay for here. So to recap, I have got my blog going. I'm got my blog kind of categorized. I know the topics that I'm writing about. I'm getting 4 posts done a week and posting those on the site. And then everything I share, or excuse me, everything I post is basically going out to all my social accounts. And I'm also doing additional, like one time a day I go to Instamate and find an Instagram pic and post it on Instagram. And then of course that gets broadcasted out through my social properties as well. So ultimately I'm just building up this brand and building up this blog, and going to be getting I'm confident I'm going to be getting some good, decent traffic soon. I already got instant traffic from my email list and also the social media accounts that continue to grow. So things are moving on track, and I'm only a couple weeks in. So the next update I give you will be kind of talking about what's going on traffic-wise, probably down over here, and content-wise, what's up, and then we'll see where we're at that point. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you haven't watched the other video, the first video, find that here on the blog and check that out. Maybe I'll drop a link before in this post as well. But yeah, you can follow along. There's also you can jump on my list. I'm not super spammy with anything. I rarely promote any kind of products. If I do, I'd link to it like in a post here or something like that. But either way, it'll help you stay up to date on what's going on in this case study in case you want to follow along. Also, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment box below. And yeah, feel free to follow me on any of my social accounts as well. I'll try to drop those in the post below. All right, with that, I will check y'all later. Cheers.